Coming at you guys. This is Rusty 78609, Central Texas, USA, May 10th, 2016. And I had a comment on one of my camping in a Prius videos that I thought I would respond to. This is the dark side of the moon in my well-lighted studio in my RV in Central Texas, USA. The comment was, and I'll get to it, the comment says, how about doing one video on your kitchen meal setup? I'll do better. I will do one. This is it. I know you don't do formal cooking while camping and what you eat in a typical day. I'll get on that. I'm trying to get an idea of how much space is under the rug and how you would pack it with kitchen gear. Thank you. Of course, for me, and you don't need to follow my path. You pick your own and enjoy your Prius camping. But for me, you don't need a lot of kitchen gear, okay? Because what I do, I don't cook. I do not cook when I'm camping in the Prius. Why? Because, in my opinion, for me, I just don't want to fool with it. And even when I'm RVing, when I'm pulling this RV that I live in, that I'm in right now, rarely do I cook a big meal. I mean, it's not necessary for me. I'm age 70, okay? So that's why I'm saying take these things with kind of a grain of salt and build your own way. But for me, I take one plate. It's a hard plastic plate. And one knife, one fork, one spoon, can opener, and a small plastic bowl, because I'll mix in some fruit and yogurt and stuff, and that'll be my breakfast. You can go with any utensils you want to take. And he asked about the space under the carpet there in the back. There's quite a bit. I mean, you can put a lot of canned goods and stuff in there. But let me say this, before you put anything in there, put you a towel on the bottom or something, because if you don't, any of the metal objects or possibly even the plastic are going to be rattling as you're driving down the highway. So put them on something so you won't have to listen to the rattling while you're cruising down the road and enjoying the beautiful scenery. What do I eat? Let's see if I got his question here. How do you just eat? How about doing when you milk? What do I typically eat in a day? That was a good question. Because it varies. It varies. Because what I'll do, as I'm traveling, of course, I take an ice chest. I do. And I'll have stuff in there. Sometimes I'll take yogurt. I usually take some nuts. Can't think of the name of it. Not almonds, but the other nut. Walnuts. I take walnuts. And I take beer because I drink beer. And I'll take, what else? Not much. And, since I've got a lot of space in the cooler, I've got a 64 quart cooler. I may put in some veggies, an avocado and stuff, just keep them in a cool spot so they don't ripen too quick. And but as far as meals, a day, I'll give you a day, for example. Okay, I get up in the morning, and after I do my ablutions, the spritz on my face, and go to the local, whatever it is, outhouse or whatever's available. Then I'll come back and I'll fix me a bowl of fruit with yogurt and walnuts or something like that for my breakfast. And I also will fix some green tea. I buy some decaffeinated powdered tea that you can just put a teaspoon in some water and stir it around. And I'll put a little ice with that. I don't put any sugar because I don't need it. And anyway, that's breakfast right there. That's the start today. Now, as far as lunch, that's varied. I don't eat a big lunch, but I may have a banana or an apple or some carrots. As far as eating meats and so forth, I'm not I don't eat a lot of that, but if I do go into a deli and a grocery store and they have some nice looking sandwiches, I might get a couple of those and put them in the cooler because I'll just eat half of one for lunch and that's it. And then in the evening, what I'll do is I'll have some, I may open a can of refried beans and put them in about a third or half in a bowl and then put the rest in some storage device and put it in the cooler and mix that up with some hot sauce and possibly some sour cream, and that's about, mix that around a little. It makes a nice dip, quick dip, and you can store that and it'll last 2 or 3 days. I mean, sometimes I put avocado in it, a half an avocado, or if I have a big enough, if I have enough space in the cooler and I have a storage thing, I may mix up enough to last for a couple of days. Avocado, tomato, refried, organic refried beans, and uh, sour cream. Not much sour cream, but sometimes I just skip that. But anyway, I just mix that up and make a dip, and I'll try to find some chips that are halfway decent, and that's my evening meal. That's it. And I'll have a glass of wine while I'm doing that and read a book on my Kindle. Okay, so it's really pretty simple. Of course, that's for me. I keep it very simple intentionally because I have full-time RV'd for about 22 years, and I know that I made too much out of it. I mean, I got this RV right now that I live in full-time, and I'm at home base. I mean, I've owned some lots, and I have my RV parked on it with full hookup, which is wonderful. And so the Prius, I just go in because it's very simple. You just put in a sleeping, uh, not a sleeping bag, but a pump up bed, whatever you call them, and go. That's it with the ice chest, and you're good to go. You just punch that little blue button, and you're gone. It's cheap, it's easy, and if you get into a place where you don't like the people around you, just punch that little blue button and move. When you're pulling an RV or driving an RV, you can't do that. You're stuck. So anyway, let's see if I've answered all your questions. How about doing one meal setup? I don't eat, but what do I typically eat? Covered that. Trying to get an idea of how much space is under the rug and how I would pack it. Okay, under the rug, that little thing I mentioned where you should put a towel, there's quite a bit of storage in there. I mean, you can get all your, for me, one person, you can get all your cooking utensils in there. You can put some paper towels in there, some chips, canned goods. There's a lot of space in there. You just take advantage of it. And I always put some plastic bags in there because I use them for trash, and I may put I use painter's tape to hold the window screens on the windows, and I put the painter's tape in there. And what else? Not much, not much, because the thing that I found out the first time I went is you're going to be driven nuts by rattles if you don't have everything kind of secure and patted down where it doesn't just roll around and move around. Put it on a towel, and you won't have that problem. And that's about it, guys. I mean, it's really simple. Uh, don't make too much out of cooking because here's what you can do. Let's just say you get on the road and you don't like anything that I just said. You want to do it different. You want to have a Coleman cooker, and you want to have a pot and a pan and all that shit. Pull into Walmart and get it. That's all there is to that shit. Just go into Walmart and pick out what you need. And if it doesn't work, take it back to Walmart. That's the end of that story. You know. But, the whole goal is, for me, is to keep it simple and enjoy the right. In fact, going into the local grocery stores to buy groceries and pick up ice and stuff, it's kind of fun because you get to be, with the locals in whatever area you're in. And I enjoy that. So having said all that, all I can say is keep it simple, and I hope I've answered the bulk of your questions. And enjoy your day. I'll enjoy mine. And thumbs up to you and yours. And carpe diem, adios amigos, and bye 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 bye. How about that? Did you notice I'm getting wrinkles in my old age? Bye.